Hi, my name's Andy. I'm from Space to Breathe, and I wanted to just create a little video each week which gives you some things to think about and a task to do within your busy schedules, and one that thinks about your well-being, thinks about who you are, thinks about how you're doing, and invests in yourself. We've just been thrown into another lockdown, more things going on, more things to think about, more challenges being presented. And it's hard to take the time to say, how am I doing? It's hard to take the time to say, what's going on in my life and how do I make sense of that? It's a snow globe that we've used a lot to explain how we can feel as human beings in the midst of this lockdown. Somebody comes and shakes our world up at the start of each morning, and everything's changed. How do we make sense of that? Or it's this impenetrable knot that we're just trying to unravel. How do I keep my business going? How do I get income coming in? How do I manage my workload when my kids are off school? How do I make sense of all of these changes? How do I make any plans when tomorrow another announcement could come through that could mean something else is a bit different? And I want to just introduce two ideas to you. One of space and then of self-awareness. And we're going to just give you a few things to think about, and then I want to encourage you to go and spend a bit of time, just 20 minutes or so, investing in you. So let me explain. Our breathing is dependent on space. So we inhale air through our mouths or our nose into our lungs, and our lungs expand, but that expansion also requires our diaphragm to contract and pull down to create space for our lungs to expand. And in life, we need space to breathe. We get on a treadmill in the morning and there's 100 things going on. I've had a day like that today where things are happening and it feels like things are going wrong and things aren't going the way I want. And all of a sudden you're just in this cycle, this treadmill. And the only way you can make sense of it is to get off for a few minutes and to make space. Now it's going to be harder with lockdowns and changes in schedules and maybe busy houses and so much going on and so much happening. It's going to be very hard for us to make that kind of space. So right now at the beginning of lockdown, have a think about how can I create and carve out maybe once a week a bit of time where I think about me and how I'm doing. Or maybe daily, just 5-10 minutes where I can get off the treadmill and stop and think and reflect. And reflect about what then? Well, I want to suggest that a good starting point is self-awareness. Carl Rogers, the psychologist, said that the paradox about human beings is it's only when we accept ourselves that then we can change. And that starts with looking in and saying, what's going on in me? How am I doing? What's going on inside of me right now and why? So I want to encourage you at the end of this video or just some point today to make a little bit of time to reflect. How am I? What do I need? Just those two questions. How am I doing right now? And what do I need? Maybe you're struggling a bit with sleep. I wonder if you've asked yourself why. Maybe you're feeling anxious or worried. What about actually identifying and looking and thinking about what those worries are? This isn't an easy moment to be in, but it's still important for us to be present, in the present. We're going to be thinking a lot about the future, probably a bit about the past as well. What might happen next? What's happened before? Let's take a little bit of time to be present now and say, how am I doing and what do I need? And I can suggest 2 ways you could do that. I mean, I want to encourage you to, off the back of this video, to just make some time, maybe 20 minutes of time for yourself. Go for a walk. Find somewhere quiet to be if you can. And you could be a person who likes to write things down. Just write those 2 questions on the top of a page. How am I doing and what do I need? And then just scribble some stuff down. Or maybe you want to just reflect in your mind on those 2 questions and let things come into kind of like your head. Maybe you need to doodle or draw or colour while you're doing it, or put some music on, or whatever relaxes you and enables you to find some space. But just consider, how am I doing and what do I need? And maybe come up with some actions or some ideas or some thoughts about, okay, then I'll have a look at that some more. And we can pick up on those at a later date. Right now, just start with self-awareness. How am I doing and what do I need? And that doesn't fix everything. I can't sit here and promise that everything will get better and that change is over the horizon and that everything's going to be okay. None of us can do that. But I can tell you that you've done this already. You've been here before. We all have. You've managed it. You're strong. That tomorrow will come. I don't know what it will bring, but it will come. And that we can find ways through if we take time to look and honestly say, well, where am I right now? And it may be you need to reach out for some help. It may be that you need to think about putting some things in place right at the start of this lockdown that will help you. It could be that you need some support, some resources that can help you, or some practices or routines, or maybe to go to some useful websites like Mind, Headspace. You can look at the Space to Breathe website. There's lots on there, things that you can do. All of those things are great. You probably need to exercise, look after your diet, sleep well, all those things that we really actually do know. But it all starts by saying, well, how am I doing and what do I need right now? So go and take some time, reflect on those 2 questions. And we're going to be back with another video again next Wednesday at 12. In the meantime, take care of yourself and take care of those you love, and we'll see you again very soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.